Hello everyone, and welcome to the SSH with Mac and Linux lecture. You can go ahead and skip this lecture if you are on Windows. From the previous lecture, you should have already connected to your instance. This is only for Linux and Mac users who only watched the first half of the previous lecture. We've already created our EC2 instance using the AWS console. You should have also already downloaded that .pem file. Now what we're going to do is connect to our instance through our terminal using the secure shell. Make sure you can locate your .pem file. I would recommend that you relocate it from wherever you saved it to your desktop so you can follow exactly along with what I'm doing. And also make sure you have the DNS address of your EC2 instance, and I'll review how you can get that. Then you're going to check the resource link for the step-by-step instructions from Amazon in case you actually want a written guide for everything that we're about to do. But everything we're about to do is actually quite simple. It's just basically 1 or 2 lines of code. Let's go ahead and get started by opening our terminal. I'm going to go ahead and hop to that now. Okay, here I am at my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and grab my terminal by just doing a spotlight search for terminal and then hit enter. You should get something that looks like this. And then the first thing we need to do is to use the chmod command to make sure our private key file isn't publicly viewable. I went ahead and saved it to my desktop. It's right here, jupyter1.pem. Yours might be called newspark.pem, spark.pem, whatever you happen to call it. First thing I'm going to do is actually change directory to the desktop. I'll write cd space desktop, hit enter, and then I'm going to write chmod, change mod, and then 400 space, and then my key, which is jupyter1.pem. Yours may be spark.pem, myspark, newspark, whatever you happen to save it as, and then hit enter here, and you should get no output, just a clean line, and that means it worked. Then what we're going to go ahead and do is use the SSH command to connect to our instance. I'm going to go ahead and type in SSH space -i and then type in jupyter1.pem or whatever your .pem file is, and then you're going to go ahead and make sure that you put in the DNS. Now let me go ahead and remind you how you can grab the DNS of your instance. Go ahead and go to your AWS console. I'm going to jump to it now. Okay, here I am at my AWS console. In order to find your public DNS, you can just go scroll down a little bit. You should find it here. It should look something like this: EC2, a bunch of numbers, and then a location, and then .compute.amazon AWS. Go ahead and make sure you copy this, and then move back to your terminal. I'm going to jump to the terminal now. All right, back on my terminal, I'm going to write ubuntu at, and then I'm going to paste, right-click paste, that entire path, that DNS. So right now I have SSH space -i space my .pem file, whatever that name is, space ubuntu at my DNS address. Hit enter. You'll get a warning here that says authenticity. Are you sure you want to continue? Go ahead and type in yes. Hit enter again. And you should be logged in. You should get something that looks like this, and at the bottom it should say ubuntu at some sort of IP address. You can go ahead and clear this. And right now what you're looking at is the command line interface to your EC2 instance. So you're running right now through the command line a virtual connection to that computer, that EC2 instance. And you can check everything's working, and you can actually just run Python on this, and it should work. You probably won't get this Anaconda yet. We still need to install that. I actually already installed it before I filmed this video, but you should be able to at least get the built-in Python 2.7 on Ubuntu. You can print something like hello, run it, and it should work. We can go ahead and quit out of this. All right, so that's all you need to do in order to continue on to the next video. In the next video, you're going to be using this command line interface to actually download everything we need to run Spark and Jupyter Notebook on an EC2 instance. And that includes stuff like Java, Scala, Hadoop, Spark, the Jupyter Notebook system, Anaconda, and more. We're going to teach you how to do everything step by step in the next video. But as far as this video and the SSH, you're done. It's a really easy process on Mac and Linux computers. You just use the change mod command, chmod 400, and then put in your .pem file, and then you're just going to say SSH space -i, your .pem file, and then ubuntu at your DNS. And that's all you have to do. Okay, feel free to post any questions to the Q&A forums, but other than that, I will see you at the next lecture. Thanks, everyone.